Everyone says self-discipline is the key to success. But here's the dark truth no one talks about. Most people aren't losing because they're lazy. They're losing because they've been brainwashed into fake discipline. They're grinding in ways that look strong on the outside, but make them weak on the inside. They've built a prison, decorated it with good habits, and called it freedom. The first trap is discipline without direction. You wake up early, check off a list, hustle hard. But for what? You're a high-speed train on the wrong track. Movement isn't progress. If your discipline isn't taking you to a target that terrifies and excites you, you're just wasting fuel. Stop working hard on things that don't matter. Aim your discipline like a sniper, not a machine gun. The second trap is perfection paralysis. You've been planning for months, preparing for years. You call it being thorough, but it's just fear dressed up as discipline. You're building the perfect ship in the harbor, while the real warriors are already out at sea. Winners launch messy and sharpen as they go. Losers polish forever and never start. If you're waiting for perfect, you'll be waiting until you die. The third trap is comfort zone discipline. You're consistent, sure, but only with the things you already enjoy. You go to the gym but avoid cold calls. You study but never pitch. You discipline yourself in safe territory. That's not discipline, that's maintenance. Real discipline drags you into the fire. If you're not doing at least one thing every day that scares you, you're not growing, you're rotting. The fourth trap is showing up without intensity. You clock in, you put in the hours, but you do it half asleep. You brag about never missing a day, but days without impact are just boxes you checked. Discipline is not about time spent, it's about energy invested. Go all in or go home. If you can finish a session without feeling like you bled for it, you didn't push hard enough. The fifth trap is discipline without evolution. You keep following the same plan that worked last year, even though it's failing now. You're loyal to the method, not the mission. That's stubbornness, not discipline. Winners upgrade their weapons constantly. They adapt without losing commitment. If you're not evolving, you're dying, and no amount of discipline will save you. The sixth trap is discipline fueled by shame. You grind because you're afraid to feel worthless if you stop. You punish yourself into showing up. That might keep you moving for a while, but it will drain your soul. True warriors are pulled by vision, not pushed by fear. Build discipline around the life you crave, not the pain you're running from. The seventh trap is comparison-driven discipline. You copy someone else's routine, their diet, their schedule, forgetting they started from a completely different battlefield. This trap keeps you chasing their shadow instead of building your empire. Stop competing with strangers. Your only enemy is the version of you that wasted yesterday. The eighth trap is ignoring recovery. You think rest is weakness. You think sleep is for the soft, but here's the truth. A burned-out soldier is just a body on the battlefield. Recovery isn't quitting, it's reloading. The strongest fighters hit harder because they know when to sharpen their blade instead of swinging it dull. The ninth trap is breaking promises to yourself. You keep your word to everyone else, but when it comes to you, you negotiate. "I'll start tomorrow" becomes a habit. Every time you break a personal promise, you teach yourself that your own word is worthless. Self-respect is the foundation of real discipline. If you say it, it's law. The 10th trap is confusing pain with progress. You're exhausted, you're grinding, you're suffering, so you think you're winning. But suffering is meaningless without results. Stop romanticizing struggle. Struggle is only noble when it gets you closer to your goal. If you're not advancing, you're just bleeding for no reason. Here's the harsh reality. Most people's discipline is just a treadmill. They sweat, they get tired, but they never move forward. They wear their exhaustion like a badge of honor while staying stuck in the same damn place. Breaking these traps requires brutal self-auditing. Look at your habits and ask yourself, do they make me dangerous or do they just make me busy? If they don't sharpen you, they're softening you. The fix is simple but savage. Stop being loyal to dead routines. Start measuring results, not hours. Attack weaknesses daily until they break. Rest with purpose, not guilt. Keep your own word like your life depends on it. When you do this, your discipline stops being a prison and becomes a weapon. It becomes the force that makes you unstoppable while everyone else burns out. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Every day you waste in fake discipline, someone out there is using real discipline to take what could have been yours. Every day you stay in the comfort zone, you're making the choice to lose. You're not here to stay consistent. You're here to dominate, to crush your old self so completely that you can't even recognize them in the mirror, to build a life so powerful it makes your old excuses look pathetic. Self-discipline is not about suffering endlessly. It's about forging yourself into a weapon so sharp that nothing, no distraction, no weakness, no fear, can dull you. So stop being disciplined in weakness. Stop decorating the walls of your prison. Break the chains, burn the damn cage down. Because in the end, discipline is not about how much you can endure. It's about how far you can go. And the only way to go further than everyone else is to stop falling for the traps that keep them behind.